Okay, hello. Hello everyone. How's it going? Hey yo. Let's see who is here. Shones, hello. Frank the Third, hello. Epsilon, Rufus, Lamp, hello. ODM, yo. Cole, yikes. You yikes. No more snow, please. Sean Wen, hey, how's it going? Yeah, this past week's been pretty chilly and snowy in a lot of places. Yeah, but we haven't gotten that much. Like, we've gotten some, but they pour a lot of salt and stuff, so it kind of goes away pretty quickly. Ewan, hello. Susu, buenas, ¿cómo estás? ¿Todo bien? ¿Cómo estás? How's it going? Alright, well, good to see y'all. So today we're just doing a build for the FMJ owned by Mr. Lamp KB. He initially sent it out for a cable replacement. But we went for the whole build. So here we are. ¿Liado con el alemán? ¿A full? ¿Cómo? ¿A qué te refieres? They be clapping cheeks. Hello. Whenever I come here, I get abused? What do you mean? Prime Gaming, thank you so much for the 3 months. Thank you. So 3 months. If you would like a sticker, you can do exclamation stickers, and there's a form that you can fill out for a sticker. They're sent out to 3-month subs and longer usually, but alas. Alright, so let's get to it, shall we? Estudiando alemán. Oh, en breve el A2. Ah, ok, ya. Estudiando duro, Muy bien. Pues póngase puesto. Alright, so let's get our parts out. So we have, instead of the original PCB, we have a McLovin Studio PCB, along with a paired plate in half alu. This is a nice red half alu. And then we're also gonna need the cable for it. So let's get the cable. And then the board, I did show it last stream, I think, because Lamp asked me to. But this is the board. It already has a build in it, but it's not like the final build. This build is just gonna stay as is. We're just gonna take it out of the case, and we're gonna put this new one in. But you know, this is what the board looks like. It has some scuffs, so just it was a inexpensive purchase, but it came with some scuffs. But you know, alas, that's fine. As long as the board gets used and all, that's pretty cool. So, you know, this is what the FMJ looks like. This is I think the NCR colorway. So the NCR colorway usually has like a warm gray sort of, I guess this is almost like brown top and a silver bottom. So basically a darker top and a lighter bottom. Kind of inspired by sort of the 3077 model from Cherry, and then we have some NCR Cherry branded OG double shots over here. We'll take off these caps later, but yeah. So yeah, we're gonna build it up, put it into the case, you know, basically do a transplant, and then that'll be the build. So for the build today, we have Gateron stabs. We got some lubed and filmed MX clears. Actually, maybe I'll put the board over here instead. half alu. The lost FMJ. Yeah. That build is booty cheeks. Those diodes were too fragile, otherwise I would have asked you to desolder it. Yeah. So here's the so I already soldered the cable. You just put a piece of tape over it just so that the wires don't ever get to touch themselves, you know, like, you know, so that they don't short or anything. Not that they would that easily, but you know, it's always a nice insurance. I guess the first thing I should just do, just to, you know, double check before I actually proceed with the build, is to plug it in. So with these integrated cable builds, you never know, they're kind of finicky. So let's just plug it in once, make sure it works. Okay, there it is. I heard the little window sound. Let me get something else around here. My mouse is sort of discharging over here, so I'm just gonna plug it into charge. Let's see. So we can just do switch hitter to test. I think this just has QMK on it. It doesn't have VIA on it right now. They're working on the VIA firmware. Okay. All right. So let's see. Okay, cool. So it's working. That's good. I mean, I think it's not gonna have any issues, but it never hurts to double check. This should trigger control because I have caps lock disabled. Right shift. Oh, let's program this left control. Doesn't matter. Oh, did I already do this? Left control, left alt, and then arrow keys. Alright, cool. It's all good. Alright, so let's go ahead and do this. So let's first start with, I guess, stabs. All right. How's the cable soldering? I did the soldering. This is the McLovin PCB, by the way. That's what my soldering looks like on it. If you want to look up close. Yours is clean. I've done worse. I've done better. This is definitely on the cleaner side. It was not bad to tin the wire. Sometimes the wires don't tin that well, which means that they fray easily. Also, the McLovin PCBs are kind of forgiving, in the sense that their pads are a little bigger, so it fits a little bit more easily. Okay, so everything's fixed, so it's pretty easy layout-wise. What's with the tape? The tape is just there to prevent the wires from shorting with one another, and also just, you know, just holds the wires there as well. So, you know, it's not a. It's basically just a little extra insurance. Hopefully there's enough clears. I didn't check. It looks like enough, but if there's not enough, then we'll figure it out. I might have some extras. You need about a gallon of flux, otherwise you didn't do it right. I don't think if it's the first time soldering that I don't really think you need that much flux. That said, having flux is it's always a good idea though. It's like, can't ever hurt to have extra flux. So much easier when you do. I do have like a flux pen as well as like the liquid flux, as well as the kind of like the chip quick type. They're all nice. Liquid flux pen a little easier when you're just doing like small quick components. It's from an F12 TKL. Oh, it should be fine then. Should be enough. All right. Fat-free water, hello. How's it going? I saw yeast 356.2. I'll DM it to you. Oh yeah? Oh yeah, show me. I wanna see. Oh, that's pretty good too. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's a good idea though. Looks like what is that? Is that a melted zip tie? Like tighten it up and then like kind of melted it or a little bit or clipped it, because yeah, those are a little thick, so melting is not a bad idea. But yeah, stripping the cable is also like it's a great idea too, because those bastards are so thick. I think this one should be fine though. I think I remember checking it was okay, but if it comes to it, we'll see what we can do. All right, let's loop some stabs. Gateron screw-ins. I don't get to use these that often, but I think with these, I'll probably do whatever I do with Night V2s or Stabies, which tends to get less lube than usual, because these guys probably have tight tolerances. So usually just the insert and then the wire is enough for lube. Gateron stabs are the best because they're $8. That's pretty cheap. Compared to like TX stabs, which are like what? They're like $18 or something like that. I don't remember how much they cost. I have so many purely because of how affordable they are. I mean, if they're good and affordable, then that's all you need, right? I mean, it's the same way I have like a ton of cherry clip-ins for that reason, right? I did not buy like a lot of screw-ins anymore. I think the last big screw-in batch I had was like Dura V2s, and then I kind of ran out of them, and then I never really replenished because I just used like I have a bunch of TX stabs, so I just use those when people ask, or need them. And then I have cherry clip ends if as a backup option. And then occasionally I have like random kits of stabs that are like left over from other builds. So sometimes I have cat stabs, sometimes I have Durox stabs, sometimes I have like Type Plus stabs, you know, whatever it is. I like Durox V3s. Those are very good but expensive. Oh, really? I don't think I've tried V3s actually. Check the GB thread. Oh, okay. I'm not sure, Vinkeys. It's a tough question. I mean, you're definitely gonna run out of the first batch, right? So, I don't know. Canadian vendors only sell TX, Cherry, or Gateron. That seems okay though. Nice bird brains, thank you, thank you. Sonder does some nice caps. This sculpt is super sharp though, at the beak part. But actually, it's kind of nice that it like points like sort of like down like this. So it's like actually when you tap the head part is actually not bad. There are some sculpts that have like a very pointy like feature, but then they're like pointed directly at you, sort of. Kind of hurts. It's time to make a board with all your various leftover stabs and switches. I've done that before. Retoid, hello. How are you, my friend? Vinkeys sells Alps SKDN. Yeah, watch out for that Vinkeys guy. Is this an extra or did I like... Oh, here's the... I was like, where's the other housing? Hello, not too bad. How are you? I'm doing alright. I've been yearning to watch the newest episode of Severance, but I can't because my partner is not around at the moment, so I can't watch it without her, and so that means I just gotta wait, and that sucks. But other than that, I'm doing all right. I've been kind of busy at work this past week. This past week's been pretty busy for me, work wise. It's been ramping up a little bit more. I've just had more responsibilities, more things to do. I guess I'm mainly covering also a lot for so one of our engineering team people left, and so I've been covering a lot of bases there, so it's been kind of busy, but other than that, like it's been all right. Watch then lie? No, that's not nice. Also, then no, because then I'll have to rewatch it, and then I don't know, just kind of diff, right? Secretly watch and then rewatch it. I mean, one can do that. Yes, I could do that for sure, but it's okay. The thing is, it's not like I don't have other things to watch, so it's fine. I'll be watching other things. So that's fine. I have like anime and like other shows that I've been watching, so it's all cool. Trying to find a gadget for my left hand to play games with board and mouse. Gadget? I mean, why don't you get like a Suzu? Why don't you get like a split, like an actual left-right split, and then just use the left one? I know some people who actually do this. Hopefully that's making the workday go by a bit quicker. Oh, they definitely go by fast, yes. I mean, when I'm busy, yeah, it's like, it feels like I don't have enough time during the day. Like, on Thursday, I actually stayed at work until, like, pretty late. The kicker was, on Thursday, I, like, came out of work, and it was snowing. So, and then, yeah, like, my workplace is a little bit off from the main transit area, and so I have to, like, walk, like, 10 minutes or so. And so it was like, oh, great. Walking in like, windy, snowy weather. I was like, ugh. Problema de tendones y movilidad reducida. Sí, pero por eso. Porque no te buscas algo más ergonómico. Que sea nada más del lado izquierdo. What industry do you work in? I'm an engineer. And I work in like biotech. The wind always makes it so much worse. Yeah. Yeah, lately it's been cold because it's been kind of windy. Like, it honestly, it's just been like cold enough, and then the wind's been pretty bad. But today it got warmer. Today was significantly warmer compared to a few days ago. So that's been a relief. Oh, I work in biotech too as an engineer. Oh, cool. Very nice. Biotech is interesting because it can be a very, like, biologist heavy kind of team, or it can be there can be a good amount of engineers. It depends on the size of the company. Mine is not so big, so it's on the smaller side. So I am like one of the few engineers. It's fun though. The work is somewhat challenging and fun, so it's good. And I get to learn from my colleagues, so that's always good. As much as they learn from me, I guess, in the sense that they're not acquainted with, like, certain, like, concepts and stuff. Mi último recurso es un joystick para la derecha solo y remapear botones. Ah, ok. Bueno, mucha suerte. La verdad es que no conozco muchas opciones que sean muy buenas con lo del ergonomic. I don't know too much about ergonomic options out there in the market, to be frank. Didn't know you spoke Spanish. Estoy aprendiendo español. Yeah, I'm a native speaker because I lived in Mexico for a very long time. Well, I mean, I was born and raised there, to be more specific. It's my Spanish has degraded quite a lot over the years, so obviously because I don't use it nearly as much. I mean, you know, my work life, my professional life is in English. My general, like, day-to-day is still a good amount of English. I interact in Spanish with, you know, occasional, like, folks out there in you know, in the neighborhood or like, you know, wherever it might be in the city, or like talking to some friends, but it's not like as constant as like the rest, so it's degrades. But yeah, I would say, like, back when I just had moved to the States, it was It was a lot better. Like I could write professionally in Spanish and stuff, like for like technical stuff and whatnot. But now I would say it's like not as like I stutter occasionally. I'm like, wow, that's surprising. Is your Spanish better than your Korean? Oh yes, my Korean is the worst for sure. That's because I didn't get a formalized Korean education. Like I didn't get like a textbook Korean education. I learned Korean from my family, you know. So it's mostly like just like a speak at home type of thing and kind of casual between friends and family. So yeah, my Korean is the weakest for sure. Like nothing's really gonna change that, I think, because it's not a formalized education. Like I didn't go to Korean class, so to speak. Diego habla como mexicano 100% fuente un mexicano. Yep. I do speak Spanish like a Mexican. Specifically like a chilango. Well, I used to not actually. I did live in León, in Guanajuato, so I used to speak Spanish differently, but I lived in Mexico City for a while before I moved to the States, so I became more chilango. Chilango is for a denomination for folks who are from the Mexico City area. I know how that goes. I live in Norway and speak fluent Norwegian, but there's almost no way to speak it with here, so I find myself forgetting words. Yeah, that's me. That's how I feel. ¿Tienes un pizca de acento chilango? Antes hablaba más cantado. Porque viví en León como... ¿Cuántos años? How long did I live in Guanajuato? I lived there... first... like 8 years? 8 years, I think? Something like that. Some time. Good amount of time. Por contra, mi inglés is me. Diego, are you a hop or a KBBQ kind of guy? I like both a lot. It really depends on my mood. I mean, I think KBBQ is a little bit more applicable for all year, but hot, especially like in the winter, like how can you even compete against that? You know what I mean? Like how can you even go against hot pot in the winter? Like it's so good. Why not combine both? Because it's too expensive. That's the reality. Have a KBBQ grill right beside hot pot. I mean, but I would love that. Yes, that would be great. They're okay at both. Oh yeah, I mean I've seen restaurants do both. Yeah, it's just pricey to do both though. Like if you go to a restaurant and you want both, it's pricey. Living in Korea for like 6 months is enough, methinks. Korea for 6 months. I would living in Korea for living in Korea for 6 months would be pretty cool. I mean, obviously, I can't afford to do that now. Like I can't just afford to like drop things and go to Korea to live for, 6 months. But it would be a fun experience to learn. Usually, all you can eat with a really bad quality meat. That's fair. I mean, all you can eat, you can't complain. All right, like you're kind of going for the all-you-can-eat part, and you're not going for the quality part as much. Unless you're like in, I don't know, LA, I guess, is very, very prime for pretty decent quality for all-you-can-eat. Like, the standard's a little higher, I think, there, because there's so much competition there. ¿Hablas algún mixteco? No. No mixteco. No, I don't speak any like indigenous language. Like even if it's like Nahuatl or like anything. Yeah, no, I don't. That would be crazy. I've heard people speak it though. It's cool. Okay, now that I've done this, I think I can flip this PCB now because I've attached one for every one of them. Now it's easier to attach the rest. Why did that one not clip properly? Oh, there. Hello, Secret Myth. How are you? How goes it? How's the weekend been for everyone? Let's see. Alright, stabs are on. Should probably test them before going on. Is this lamps? Yeah. Oh, you know what, Lamp? I actually did check your switches. It's because I noticed that there were a couple that were with no 5-pin legs. I'm gonna put those in the nav cluster. How many of them are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Maybe I'll just do the arrows and the top 3 here. That'll be easier. I didn't count them, but I'm pretty positive. That these are the only what's that called? No 5-pin legs. The rest do have it, so it's fine. All right. Bias I snatched these from randomly at 3 pins. I mean, that's not abnormal for clears, I think. Clears actually, I feel like they come more often in 3-pin than 5-pin. Because a lot of them come from boards with plates. And harvesting from like OG Cherry stuff is kind of doo-doo. Alright, let's test these stabs first before I keep going. Broke them in after. Those have 500k actuations. Oh, that's cool. This feels a little tight. I feel like I over-tightened the screw. Okay. Still feels a little tight. Feels better. Trimmed with a metal keycap? Oh, that's good. Okay, that one's pretty good. This is during the great MX Purple trimmer shortage. Oh, I see, I see. My spacebar sounds pretty good. Shift feels a little tight. I always over tighten these screw-ins the first time I put them on because I'm like trying to put them on first. Alright, that's pretty good, I think. Especially the spacebar, sounds pretty good. Alright. Go ahead and get the half plate switches in first so that we can solder it up, and then we can worry about the middle portion. Because I'm sure that the middle portion will be a little bit more problematic. Not so much problematic, but you know, need to pay more attention to it. So wait, is Glarsis officially out of MX Purples then? Has he been for a while? I actually don't know. I remember he did a few sales and stuff, but never really bothered to check if it ever went out of stock. Okay. Feels it's good. All right, let's get our soldering iron ready. Excuse me. He wanted to work with me on something? Oh, cool. That's cool. That's nice. Geon stocks them now? They aren't limited anymore? Oh, that's cool. That's nice. That's pretty nice. That's a good thing. Divinity also stocks them now? Oh, that's good. Well, if Geon stocks them, Divinity will stock them, right? Normally. Because typically almost everything that goes to Geon also goes to Divinity. For a lot of their in-stock stuff. At least that's what I've noticed, anyhow. Because Divinity stocks from Geon. Like, if I recall, right? So, usually if I see Divinity have it, it's because Geon has it too. Glars's website still has purples? Probably some leftover, yeah. Alright, let's get these half plate switches in first. Hello, do you know anywhere other than Hype Keyboards where I could get a plate cut? Have you tried CBB Planet? Also, what material are you trying to cut for the plate? Actually, if you do exclamation sponsors, don't I have a CBB Planet discount code? I'm not sure if it applies for everything, but can try, I guess. If it doesn't work, then you know, it's probably not applicable, but you know, you can always give it a shot. No, I haven't. I'm going for Alu. Yeah, okay. So if it's gonna be Alu, then yeah, CBB Planet probably. There's a bit of a lead time, but you know, they do make, like, you can have one you know, single unit plates made to order. Won't be as cheap, but you know, it's an option. You also have the option to like contact like other like factories and stuff, but you know, kind of like your mileage may vary with that too, because you're also thinking about importing. Because you're likely going to be contacting like a fab in like China or something like that. You know? If you order from like CVV, then at least they'll deal with that on your behalf, and it won't be you know, you don't have to concern yourself over anything else after you place your order. How bouncy is the Ion Juby, would you say? It's pretty bouncy. It's as bouncy as a like a, you know, like a PCB mount thing. Like any of those like plateless PCB mount builds that you've seen with like these, like, you know, little parts of the PCBs kind of like sticking out of it, like little tabs or like little point mounting positions, right? The Juby is it's fairly bouncy because the PCB is kind of long, and it's really only held by those positions. So the PCB has a decent amount of potential for like bouncing around, basically. Yeah. It's pretty comfy though to type on, in my opinion. I really like the board, but some people don't like it as much, so. It's all relative, I guess. Everyone has different preferences. Do you have any Toper keyboard? Yeah, I do. I mean, I have HHKB and Realforce. Yeah. Like, you know, like boards I bought for myself at some point. Okay, let's see now. Let's just check that I soldered everything nicely. That looks pretty good. Okay. Okay. Okay, that looks pretty good. Looks good. Looks good. Alright, looks good. I'm so excited to type on this FMJ. I'm on all fours. That's nice. Hopefully you'll like it. It's. I actually I'll show you in a bit. But all right, let's get these. Let's focus on these PCB mount portions first. PCB mount switches, even though you feel like they're snug, sometimes they can be a little tricky with how they stay. I've had to straighten switches every so often because of that. Even if it's like ever so slightly off the front or the back of the switch, right? Like if it moves like if it rotates like whoop or whoop like a little bit, when you put a keycap on, it's like super noticeable because of like when it's plateless, because you don't have that plate to even it out. So with plateless builds, always gotta pay double the attention to make sure everything's nice and straight. Let's see, what did I miss? Diego, are you gonna attend SMKX, the Seoul Mechanical Keyboard Expo? Yes, I am. I will be going to the Seoul Mechanical Keyboard Expo in March. It happens in March. I think it's March 21st to 23rd. It's like a 3-day event. It's just crazy. 3 days for a keyboard meetup is insane. I've never been to such a long event. before, but yes, I will be going. And let's see, what did I miss? CBB is dropship, right? Send cut send. Oh, that's rough. Yeah, send cut send is gonna be kind of rough, yeah, because they also don't do like the finishing, I think. But yeah, I would say the advice from the chat's pretty good overall here. Let's see. What did I miss? Woots, Macy, you there? Okay, cool. Yeah. It's my, like, it's kind of crazy, but this will be my first time going to Asia in 11 years. Is that right? Yeah. Last time I went to Asia, last time I went outside of North America, to be specific, was in 2014. In 2014, I went to Malaysia as just like for fun. But you know, this was before I was into keyboards at all. But that was my like last international trip outside of like, you know, North America, which is, you know, US, Mexico, Canada. It's crazy. So I'm pretty excited. I'm hyped to be traveling in March. I'm planning on hitting up Japan as well. Yeah. It's all part of the same trip. The Japan trip is part of the same trip. So I'm going to Japan first, and then I'm going to Korea. Yeah. So I'm pretty hyped. I've pretty much been counting down the days. Is this Lamps? Yeah. What's up, Sloth? Last time Diego left, and I was graduating high school. Holy shit! I feel so fucking old. Last time, like to give you an idea. Last time I left NA, I had finished one of my undergrad degrees. So that's how long ago. Like, it's okay, Unc. Yeah. Oh, it looks like I do have enough switches. I have a couple of extras, I guess. Just 2. Well, that's perfect. Just in case. Okay. Alright, let's get this soldered up. Not putting linear gray for spacebar? Why linear gray when we can do tactile gray? Linear gray is fine for a MX Black build. Why not tactile gray? I wish I had a tactile gray here though. That would be cool. Tactile gray is basically okay. Oh, okay. I can't contest that statement. I cannot contest that tactile gray is kind of not very tactile. That is entirely true. Alright, let's get one leg of each switch soldered up so that we can hold them there. CNMB was right. I have one linear gray for my next build. Sweet. I mean, they don't come around in large quantities. So you're gonna send Kiwi to your parents' house while they're gone? Yeah, Kiwi is already with relatives. Yeah, someone will be watching over Kiwi for the time I'm gone. He's a pretty good boy, so he doesn't usually have any issues with us being away and stuff. You will not be missed. In a way, he does kind of love the like where he is right now. So I wouldn't be terribly surprised if that's really what he thought. To be very honest with you, because it's a much larger house. So he has a lot of things to do there. A lot of things to do, a lot of things to see, a lot of things to ask for people to open, like doors and drawers and closets and all sorts of cool, fun things. Running down to a basement and meow like you know, and pretend like he needs help or whatever, and then people come in and he's like, oh, I'm just chilling, I'm just joking, I'm just hanging out here. Can you open this closet now for me? Thanks. Things like that. A lot of things to fuck up. Yeah, I mean, not really much to fuck up, because he's not a fuck up things type of cat, to be very honest with you. Like, he actually, I don't think he has broken anything ever, even by accident. He's very careful about stuff, so he's very particular. So yeah, he just kind of lives happily doing his thing, and so I don't think he'll have any problems, for sure. Clicky Gray is weird and hard to find. Yeah. I don't think I've ever seen one myself, actually. Clicky Gray. He thought to himself, finally, I won't be forced to do type this and look at all these rectangles. Oh yeah, he hates that shit. Yep. The only thing he does is stash food. He did that one time, I guess. But man, he really is picky about his food, though. Like, we got him like new snacks, and he grew out of, like, he was like, no, I like my older ones. Just give me my older ones back. I like the crunchy ones better. We got him a relatively new bag, which he actually liked for a bit, and then he stopped liking them. He just will not eat it, even if it's given to him for free. Like, you just leave it there for him, and he will not eat it. He'll be like, no, I'm good. These are not as good. So it's like you get a new bag of something, and if he stops liking it that quickly, then, well, you just, yeah. Then you know, might as well not even try introducing him to new things like that, because he'll just be like, no, give me the good old classic. What a dignified gentleman. Yeah, he's picky. He has very specific taste. Are we sure he's orange? We joke around that he's the one hogging all the brain cells. So, cause oftentimes I just feel like he's thinking something. Like, I don't know how to explain this, but often feels like he's just thinking stuff, scheming stuff, or just wondering stuff, thinking about life. I don't know. He seems to have a lot of little thoughts in his head, and I'm like, well, that's definitely an orange with more than one brain cell, that's for sure. So, yeah. let's see. This one right here. Maybe needs a slight bit of a push. These in the middle are not as far in on the PCB. Okay, let's take a look at the rest. Okay, I think it looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. All right, let's test the PCB before we actually put the into the board. So let's get switch header back up. Where is it? Here. All right, cool. Everything's good. All right, now let's put it into the board, right? It's already done. It's a pretty fast build. Has it really only been an hour? That's kind of crazy. Wow. I did stabs really fast today, huh? Didn't even notice. I thought I took longer than that, but anyway. Okay. So let's open it up first. Quick, fill the time by telling us a story of your childhood. Story of my childhood. When I was a kid, I used to live on this street called like Venice, but in Spanish, so it was Venecia. And funnily enough, it was a road where anytime it rained really hard, it actually flooded because the drain was not, you know, as functional, as good. So it would flood, you know. And I remember like the water would come up to like into the garage area, right? And I would make like paper boats, or you know, like those you know, you can like have like those like there's like those plastic kind of boat thingies, like toys, and you can like put like a little like kind of like a Mentos or like something like that, like, you know, something that fizzes out, you know, like because it generates gas, and you can like kind of play little like paper or plastic boats like that. So sometimes I would do that. Obviously it was, you know, I wouldn't get into the water because it's dirty, you know. But I remember when I was a kid, I lived on this street that it would flood, and it was very ironically, very funnily called like Venice, basically in Spanish. And I was like, what the fuck? Anyway, yeah, it's a random story, but it's kind of funny. And this was like throughout the whole time I was like in that, like we lived in that particular location, which was pretty funny. All right. Did I get all the screws? Yep. Okay. What makes the FMJ special, by the way? Even at an early age, we were doing engineering based. I just like playing around with stuff. Yeah, I definitely had a knack for like funny things like that. What makes the FMJ unique? You could say, in a way, the FMJ is almost like the, you know how so have you ever heard that like the Matrix, the first few Matrix boards, like Matrix lab boards, like the current ones are all original work from them, but a lot of the Matrix lab work from the very beginning was actually meant to essentially copy, not copy like one-to-one, but essentially copy, like, you know, copy the ways of the OTD TKLs, like the OTD boards. And so a lot of people would talk about the Matrix 8XV 2.0 OG, or like the especially actually that one in particular, and they would be like, oh, you know, this one's a lot like the it's like the Chinese version of the 360 Corsa from OTD. And so yeah, so the FMJ also is one of those boards that was so FMJ stands for Full Metal Jacket. It's just like a naming for basically a metal case, but it's also one of those boards that references like OTD TKLs. So actually the plate mounting positions match pretty much perfectly with the 356CL, I think. Yeah. And so, you know, very, you know, integrated cable, right? Integrated cable, some 2.0 OG also integrated cable, top mount, right? With like certain mounting positions, right? The FMJ is very, very similar to the 356CL for many reasons, but basically it references all that design work, and so that's what makes it somewhat special, in the sense that it was one of those, you know, boards that basically was a copy of another, but just named differently, and internals are different, like that kind of stuff, like in some ways. But you know, it's a closer approximation of it. Like this one, instead of an exterior weight, right, it has an internal weight, and it has this like really crazy I guess is this a dragon? Yeah, engraving. Yeah, you can see the head of the dragon right here with the big dragon whiskers, I guess. And yeah, but very cool, like dragon. What's that? Engraving. Let me play different playlist. Maybe this one instead this time. And yeah, so that's kind of like what the FMJ is about, pretty much. More like Jane V2 or other Jane play TKL, like TKL 1 or something. Yeah, well, so funnily enough, okay, let's go over TGR a little bit. TGR in general, a lot of the TGR boards were created in reverence to old customs, Korean customs, to be very specific. The TGR Jane V1 was inspired by the KMAC 2 TKL, and then the mounting positions are the same as the Duck Orion V2, as a Duck Orion, the non-tray mount Duck Orion. So, you know, and, you know, the Jane V2 references the plate mounting, references the same as that on the Koala by Corellas from OTD.kr. So Corellas is a different person from the person who designed the other OTD boards. The main line of OTD boards, like the 356 series and the 456 GT, the 360 Corsa, all those, right, were designed by a guy named Eung Sam. And you know, there's one guy designed all these boards. Corellas was just another like community member of OTD.kr. You can think of it as like a forum, right? It's like a board. You know, Corellas was the guy who designed this board called the Koala, which is like this 5-degree angle, has that like iconic curved bottom with the flat portion. It's like very low like typing angle, like 5.5 degree or something like that. And has those like 7-point mount positions for top mount or like sandwich mount. So the whale, the Linworks whale also references that plate, and the TGR-JMB2 also references that plate. So yeah, isn't KMAC based off of DK Saver? I'm gonna say no, but I mean, the thing about the KMAC and the DK Saver is that they're basically boxes. Like, it's the simplest form of a keyboard. It's literally just aluminum slab cut out to resemble the layout, right? And then cone feet to make it inclined, right? Like to make it non-zero typing angle, right? So, yeah. So yeah, see, FMJ stands for Full Metal Jacket. So that's what FMJ is. So yeah, that's sort of the general history. I wouldn't say KMAC is based off DK Saber though, no. But I mean, it's certainly true that, you know, obviously the earlier the board, the likelihood of it, you know, inspiring other people to create something is high, right? I mean, duh, right? Makes sense. KMAC was made by these guys from a different website called KBD Mania. How much is the keyboard that I'm building right now? I think it goes for like pretty good condition ones are like what, $400? Someone find Eungsam and bring him back to a hobby? I don't think he wants to. I believe there was a claim at some point that Pudsey interviewed Eungsam, and he said that he doesn't want to be involved. But is the claim believable? I don't know. Is it bullshit? I also don't know. But I mean, don't you think that if someone wanted to be back in the community, they would have already done so themselves? Right? Like, why would they stop involvement if they don't want to stop involvement? Right? Unless there was a reason, right? So maybe they had a reason to stop being involved, and that's totally fine. It's one of those Batman things. Come on, what is this? Not that complicated. I don't think it's that complicated. Okay. Let's see how we do with these guys here. He probably found Topri. That's a funny one. Wish that internal design was external. The engraved weight, right? Yeah, I agree with that part. What kind of silver is this? It's the slightly scuffed, but it's still a nice silver. Okay, before I continue putting all the screws in, I need to double check something. Okay, so this zip tie has to go, I think. This zip tie has to go, I think. It's too thick. It's raising the F12 switch. I think it's gonna go. Okay, yeah. Just gonna use tape. Easiest way. I could also melt the zip tie, but frankly, I think the board will be fine without it. It's usually not a concern unless you're yanking on your cable, which if Lamp is here, he knows that he probably shouldn't do that, so it's fine. Or actually, I can shave it off a decent bit. Hold on, let me see how much I can get off from it. Never mind, it came off. It's too thick. It's too thick. Too thick. Time to melt zip tie, decided against. I'm just gonna tape it up. Long enough strips of tape are good enough. It's like, if you're yanking the cable, that's kind of your fault anyway, so. Good old Captain, yeah, Captain tape, so good, so nice. So useful. A little, I mean, a little more expensive, but totally worth it. Good adhesive, power, and also resistant to some elements, so it's pretty good. Okay, let's see how this cable actually does in here. How bad was it? The lift on the F12? I could see a solid millimeter, like, up. Like, I was like, holy shit. If that keeps pushing, it might rip off a pad. It's pretty tight in here. It's a tight space. Tight space. Yeah, now that's nice and flush. So it's definitely just the zip tie. All right, cool. Been a hot minute since I've seen an FMJ. Yeah. Hello, MF. How are you? Also, Melee. Hi. Also, what's kind of cool about the FMJ is these like shiny chamfers on the exterior side. It's kind of unique part of the FMJ. So despite it being you know, heavily referenced, like a board that heavily references another, well, just like a lot of boards out there, to be honest, it's a board that has some unique aspect to it by doing these cool engravings and this what should we call it, this chamfer. It's kind of like raw looking chamfer. Yeah, that like that chamfer on the exterior. It's pretty cool. All right, now that looks pretty nice. Let's just make sure it works. Okay, I heard the little Windows sound. All right, So we're gonna use our keycaps from this build over here. So I'm just gonna swap them over. I'm trying out some old Inver, oh, the PE stems. Oh yeah, I had a few bags of those. I think I gave away all my PE stem bags. I think I might still have, oh, I think my gasket 00 I think still has MX black housings with the PE stem, the PE stems in them. I think like lube those with like, I don't know, I think it was 3204 probably. They're pretty smooth, so I didn't lube them heavily. They're absolutely horrible. Those were okay. Like I feel like they're very like hit or miss. Like they can be like they can be a big miss for sure. Yeah. You know? What do I know? Reborn! Whoa! Hello! How are you, my friend? How are you doing? How's life been? Any what's new? How's everything? It's been a minute. You should try Molyco 33 Lite. What the heck is Molyco? Oh wait, I think is that one of those Drua things? Or I don't know, whatever. Found out about this thing through random. It's a me thing? Oh, okay. What's special about it? What's different? Hestura original. Whoa. Hestura keeps published. New tech. Whoa. Exciting technology. Very cool. Less separation, less oil separation than 205 and less viscous. Oh, that's pretty neat. So would you say the application is like, I don't know, like maybe like 204 or is it even thinner? Or is it still kind of greasy like 205 but just not as viscous feeling? 3204 alternative. Oh, that's pretty neat actually. I could try that. Is it expensive? I think that's my main question actually. Because if it's kind of pricey then. No? Oh, that's cool. Okay, yeah, maybe I'll try it one time. Alright, I picked some artisans earlier. I was looking for some, and so I saw them and I was like, oh, I should put those. Got a cool bongo. I got these three kind of greige caps. This one's from Raw Studio. This one's from EG Caps, and this one's from Alpha Keycaps. Show resin? Yeah, I'll show it. Oh, actually, I'll just show it now. Oh, sorry. Diego, have you ever tried a long pole switch with a clear equivalent bump? Long pole with a clear equivalent bump. Not recently, I feel. Do you guys know of a clear equivalent long pole? Are the OG like navies from, yeah, are navies basically that? They're essentially that, I think. Navies, like AE boards navies, but not the EC ones, the MX ones. Every clear like switch I tried is never clear like. EF grayish. Oh yeah, EF grayish. The was it Everfree? the Gateron off-brand, whatever thing, offshoot brand. Navies are less tactile than clear. So that's fair, yeah. Those have a clear style bump. I have to try it, I guess, right? I did try the EF ones once. It was actually okay. It's been a bit though since I tried that. Anyway, Reborn says, I have been busy, very busy and honestly exhausted. Research is going well. I'm giving a guest lecture for a grad course. Oh, cool. Oh, cool. Very nice. Currently writing the lecture and some sample code. Oh, very nice. That's cool. Congrats on the guest lecture. Hope it goes well. I mean, I'm sure you'll do fine. But I can understand being tired and busy. Just a lot of work. I mean, you have a lot on your hands, to be quite honest, and very niche, specific knowledge that only you have. Well, I mean, not only you, but like your team. So, all right. Well, here's the board though. That's the resin. It's a raw studio blank, BG caps, captured, and alpha keycaps tut, and then that's a bongo. Knowledge of the universe? Kinda, actually. Reborn is a physicist, I think, right? Nuclear. Was it nuclear? Nuclear. Which is huge. I mean, it's actually knowledge of the universe. Yeah. Kind of crazy. It's really cool stuff. Just very hard. Like, very difficult stuff. Like massive props for what you do, Reborn. Like, it's hard to believe, or rather, it's just hard to imagine oneself doing anything like that because it's so crazy. I thought that they laid him off all recently. I don't think that would happen that quickly. PhD in nuclear engineering. Yeah, that's so cool. You're so cool, dude. All right, let's test this out. Typing. Oh, what the heck happened? Okay, there. All right, let me adjust the mic over here. How's that? That look good? All right, let's get that music off. Alrighty. We ready, guys? Let's see. Let's check out the FMJ built with MX clears on a 1.6mm PCB from McLovin and a half aluminum plate with just some cherry double shots, so basically the same as your GMK caps. Some artisans over here by a few different makers. Let's try it out. All right, folks, here we go. this. Sounds pretty cool. Sounds nice. I like the half plate on this. It sounds very nice. I think 1.6mm PCB is actually the play on this board. I think it sounds really good. It's more robust. It's more robust. The plateless like slaps with 1.6, I feel. 1.2 nice for feel, but 1.6 good for sound. This CRP, no, this is actually OG double shots. Like, so, you know, same as your GMK ABS. Just very shined. Alright, here are the mods. That's a good spacebar. So pretty good. Who did the lube job? I don't know. Maybe Lamp? Hit that up arrow again real quick? Yeah, sure. Up arrow. Up. It's pretty nice. That's the one. Pretty cool, pretty cool. What I'm hearing is 1.4mm is the perfect PCB thickness. Oh, man. I used to scoff at the return to cherry memes when I started in the hobby, but it became true to me a little. Yes, as you progress in your cherry MX journey, in your MX build journey, I think a lot of people gravitate back into cherry MX and Gateron switch. You know, like the milky top yellow, MX browns, MX blacks, MX clears. A lot of people do this. But not everybody, I guess. It just kind of depends on the person. But you know, there definitely is a bit of a trend line there. Like it's verifiable to some extent. I think you could poll some people, and people are like, oh yeah, I actually do use a lot more of those now compared to when I started. So yeah. This might be the best sound signature to my liking out there. I love the chalky sound of thocky keyboards, and I'm actually not a fan of creamy ones as they often just sound too lubed. This, however, is a perfect amount of creamy to turn the chalky sound of thick into a silky chiclet sound. If I ever build my own keyboard, I'll aim for something like that, like this for sure, says Mason. Oh, great copy pasta, by the way. Yeah. Nah, disagree. HMX is still the best switch in the game. Let me read that comment again. Where's that comment? I need to find that comment again. Finally, a sound test with normal switches, not HMX Rain Dance Refraction Matcha 9000s. All I used are RMX blacks and browns with blanks. Oh, that's pretty based. That's pretty based. But yeah, pretty nice. Pretty good, pretty good. HMX belongs in OTDs, obviously. Didn't Mr. Deboki? Was it Deboki? Didn't he build the CL with one? A black CL, legendary, so cool. I wish to be as cool as Mr. Deboki. Maybe I'll meet Mr. Deboki. Oh, I might meet Deboki. That's so cool. Oh, I get to meet all these Korean people, and I'll be like, oh, my compatriots, you know. But then they'll be like, oh, not that Korean, I think. Anyway, I was gonna bring, let me bring something real quick. So actually, recently, the lamp, I blamed lamp for it, really. But I purchased my own FMJ because of lamp. So I ended up buying one and building one. There's one right here. I can unplug this first. This one is built with MX Blacks. I'll just put some random artisans here. You know, this one's built with some MX Blacks on. This is the original half alu plate that was on the FMJ when I got it, but I built it with the same McLovin 1.6mm PCB. So we can do a test on this one actually. The influencer has been influenced. Yes, I got influenced. You'll probably meet Keyboard Scott. I heard he moved to the States. He moved back to the States. I didn't get a chance to meet him, but he did get together with I think Frank Inomoshiki, but I didn't get a chance to meet him. I didn't get a chance to go to that. But yeah. So so this one is MX Blacks. So we can try this one. All right, so this is MX Blacks, also half alu plate. It's the original half alu plate that was on this, and same McLovin PCB. It's just MX Blacks, yeah, MX Blacks. I think 62 gram. I think I forget what springs, but yeah, Lube and film MX Blacks. This has Jim Care rubber hose. That's the set I forgot to mention. But this is yeah. So that's just a different build. You can hear the mods for this as well. So there it is. Much keyboard wow. Yes, indeed. It's a very keyboard much wow. But yeah, two pretty different builds. I mean, only in the switch regard. Also, the anodizing does look different. Lamb's is a lot more brown than mine. Like mine is sort of more like a warm gray. Actually, maybe the overhead is easier to look at. Yeah, see, look at the color difference. The color difference is so obvious. Different round probably, yeah. I think this maybe is like a later round maybe, but yeah, different round. Both of them sound great though. I really like this. Yeah. Both of them pretty good. So yeah, I was influenced. Ended up getting this, and I couldn't wait to build it, and so I just built it. Yeah, just built it during some downtime, and so. Yours looks like Heiny Gold Anno? No, I wouldn't call this that close. I've seen the Gold Anno in person. The Gold Anno in person actually looks much more gold-like. This is not that gold-like, per se. You know, I can show you what this looks like up close. Oh, I see that the screen's in the way. Alright. Actually, let's try this one. So, yeah, so there it is. That's the one I got. And then the other one here. Much more brown. Pretty cool, honestly. I think this color is really unique, really cool. The one on the bottom. Oh, this one I feel like I've seen color like this before. They're both good. They're both very good. I mean, gotta be careful with that connector there. But yeah. Mushroom grayish. Yeah, sorta. Yeah, like a little warm gray. And this one's really much more brown. Now that you look at them together like this, it's so obvious. The dinks and worn edges give some nice character. Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, this one on the right has more scuffs than the other, but that's because I did pay a lot. You know, pay more to get this one relatively newer. The bump-ons are super yellow, just like the other one. But yeah, two different builds, similar but different. At least just in Switch style, but pretty cool nonetheless. Okay, I will remove this other one for now. Put this one back in place. I'll just put it down here for now. So, where's that dot? Here. But yeah, there it is. FMJ TKL. Pretty cool. It's a very unique in some regards. Just based on like the finish and the little chamfer, it's just cool stuff. That said, in terms of like uniqueness as far as the design for the plate and that kind of stuff is concerned, they pretty much copied what another board did, right? But you know, that's just what it is. And yeah, that's what it looks like. There it is for our thumbnail for tonight's build. Pennywise, hola, buenas noches, ¿cómo estás? Yeah. The thing I hate about Silverboard the most is the yellowing on bump-ons becomes visible. that's fair. That's fair. Yeah. But I mean, you know, bump-ons at least cheap and easy to replace. So, you know, it's a relatively trivial issue, I feel, right? Yeah. It's okay, Lamp. I prefer yours. I do think the tactile one has a lot of personality. It's pretty nice. Is the deepness coming from the board or the Switch? Might be just a mix of both. Like some of the, and also I mean keycaps do vary. Like these are Cherry OG double shots, and the other ones are like GMK ABS. They're similar, but you know, basically like a different batch variability. Ask him how to make your voice like his. Is that a diss on my voice, Harry? Like is that to say my voice is shit? Basically, I see how it is. I see how it is. Do the deep voice? I can't. I mean, well, I mean, what is this like? 안녕하세요, 디보키입니다. or something like that. Is it 5 degrees? This is like 7 degrees probably, something like that. 7-8 degrees typing angle wise. It's not that low. I mean, you can actually see it like from here. It's probably like 7-degree typing angle. What diameter solder were you using? I can check. It's on my, if you do exclamation gear, all the stuff I use is on that kit.co link probably. But I use, here, you can look at what I use. I use Kester No Clean, 1 pound of 63-37 ratio, 0.8 millimeter diameter solder. And I solder at 350 degrees Celsius. But yeah, 0.8 millimeter solder at 350 degrees Celsius is what I use personally. If the links are not updated, then I can go back and check later. But you can let me know if you don't find it or if something's wrong. Also, thank you for the 300 bits. Okay. Well, I suppose that is pretty much the build for today. If you guys got anything else, let me know. There's a few more builds that are coming up that I'm gonna be doing before I am off for travel and other things. There is the Photon by Keys that I'm supposed to build pretty soon, and there's also Mr. Kupo's Philco, but I'm waiting for parts for that. Definitely want to try some of that. Been using 0.03. Oh, that's super thin, right? Is mine? Yeah, mine's thicker than that, right? Wait, 0.03 like millimeters? That's so thin. Kupo shipped it from Brazil? That's super thin. I do a lot of my, oh, okay. If you do mice, then that makes sense. Yeah, for keyboards, I prefer slightly thicker because, you know, you do need to fill the whole pad. So, but with mice, that makes, with delicate electronic work, that makes sense to use more finely, finer solder diameters. Yeah, there's that FMJ engraving. If you, oh yeah, because you can't see it from this angle, kind of gets hidden, but it looks like that. Photon looks very promising. Yeah, I haven't really looked too much into it, but injection molded 65, right? I think it's pretty cool. Hi Kim, how are you? Let's see. What am I looking for? Oh, right. Full of carbs and EP. Oh, what do you eat today? Full of carbs? I actually didn't eat much today. I was snacking on some, I actually have them right here. I was snacking on some Trader Joe's sour cream and onion flavored rings, lentil and rice snacks. But that was after I had some food. They're pretty good. I love those. If you'd like to order some Korean fried chicken and eat it on stream, I wouldn't mind. We wouldn't mind. That would be great, but it's 11 p.m. and I don't think places are open for me to order fried chicken and have it delivered now. If it weren't as late, I might be open to that. But also, I also don't want to spend the money for for delivery. Like, You guys ever order delivery like from like Uber Eats or DoorDash or whatever? Like it's so fucking expensive, man. Because they also have to like charge the premium for delivery, right? Like aside from the fees, they like restaurants will also upcharge because they need to pay whatever convenience fees they have with the people that they're tied up with. And so it gets so pricey. So I actually rarely get delivery because of that. I'll do pickup sometimes, but yeah, delivery is rare. It's like only if I really need it, I'll do delivery, but yeah, it's not common. Had avocado eggy benedict, hashtag over easy egg, sausage, bacon, and gravy stacked on. Oh my fucking god, that sounds so good. Damn, that's making me hungry right now. That sounds so good. Pelicana is open? Oh, for real? Do they deliver here though? Oh damn. But yeah, I mean, yeah, without the membership it's expensive, and but there's still that upcharge, right? And so it's kind of pricey. But yeah, I don't have a membership because I mean, I guess I do have like Dash Pass because of like the Chase cards, and then I think I have Grubhub Plus from Prime. I guess that makes up for it. But yeah, like if it's Eats, then I don't have Uber One or whatever it's called. So that sounds so yummy though. Uber Eats ruined me during COVID. Oof. Taco Azul was my goat. Oof. Sounds so good. It sounds so good. What's cooking? All right. Well, I guess that's it for today's stuff, I believe. You can see if the other folks are streaming. Bouquet Bob, I think, is currently doing some keyboard stuff. I don't think I see anybody else doing any keyboards today. It's a quiet Saturday. When's the next build? So the Photon is probably gonna be let me see, what's my calendar like? The Photon might either be tomorrow early in the day, or if that schedule works for me, I'm not sure actually. I think it's more likely that it's gonna be during the week. So probably gonna be on Thursday. I think I'll be building the Photon, and then after that we'll see whatever other builds I got next. But yeah, I think the next build might be on Thursday because I'm pretty busy on Tuesday. Actually, it might be on Wednesday. Maybe on Wednesday. But I'm pretty busy on Tuesday and like a good chunk of the day on Wednesday. Not sure how I'm gonna be on Wednesday. So once I'm back from stuff on Wednesday, I'll see how if I feel okay with it. But yeah, probably Wednesday then. All right, folks, let's wrap it up. We can go raid Bouquet Bob. Bouquet double H Bob. But thank you again for sticking around. I hope you guys enjoyed the FMJ build. I'll see you guys later this week. But otherwise, I hope you guys all have a great rest of your weekend. And yeah, take it easy. And I'll see you around. You can always find me on Discord and other spots. Alright, let's go. See you later, nerds. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.